So we're going to do the Mandarin first and then the Convertible. So this is actually center back, so you're going to go your 1 inch in. Then you're actually going to do a ½ inch all the way across the bottom. And then the front half of the collar, you're going to do another ½ inch up, so it's 1 inch from the bottom, so it's just that front area. So you've got those 3 lines as your guys at the bottom. Technically, you should do this on the garment that you're going to do because you've got the drop neck. We're just going to use the seams on the dress form for the first one when you're doing it. But you want it to actually match the garment that you're going to be putting it on. So you pin up center back. And bringing it around, you've got that line on the bottom because it's actually going to be the bottom of your collar over to your shoulder seam. So you're just keeping that on your seam over the shoulder so it stays nice and straight. Then your second line here matches with your shoulder seam or your neck seam and your center front. So that's why you've got that, so that gives you the proper angle and it'll give you the proper curve to get it there. I always pin it first, so I've got it's almost in place and then continue to cut. And it's going to cut, as you get closer to that center front, it will cut up through that bottom line. So you've got a nice smooth curve. And it's laying nice and smooth going around. And another pin up center front. And then always notch where your shoulder seam is. And draw in the front portion of your neck. Center. Not center front. And take it out. Back of the collar is already done. So just take your curve. And finish. My line's kind of under the correct shape. So you've got that curve, straight line coming up center front. With this collar, you could make it higher and then you're going to have more of that period really stiff confining collar. But for something like this and for a normal collar, what you want to do is 1.5 inches is about standard. You could go up to 2 inches, but that really starts to be uncomfortable if you get above that. So just measure your 1.5 inches up from the bottom edge. What makes the Mandarin is the little round corner. So just add your little round corner to your center front and then add your seam allowance. So it's really simple.
Yeah.
Center back is going to be on the fold. And I'll add my seam allowance while you're doing yours. So next one, exactly the same setup. You're going to start it exactly the same way. So 1 inch in. ½ inch across the bottom. Front half of the collar, ½ inch up. And first part of it is exactly the same again. So you're going to put it on just like you did with the other one. Clip so that you can get it to curve around. Straight to the shoulder seam. And this time you want that pin to be as flat as possible because you don't want it to get in the way of the next step. After we have the Mandarin basically back in shape. it's exactly, you're just repeating everything completely again. Then you're going to fold this down. The width that you want the collar. If you remember back to the camp shirt that we did way back in your sewing classes, this is basically the collar that was on that shirt.
Oh, okay.
So you've got the stand and then the fall of the collar built into one. So again, about 1.5 inches is the width of your collar. You don't want it to be any bigger than that. Make sure that you pin this coming back down center back. So it's nice and straight and even coming down. It's going to pull, so you need to do some clips. This, you want to do a lot of littler clips. So it's releasing it. And you've got a lot of leeway coming around the back because you're going to draw your line 1/4 inch longer. It's got to be a little bit past that, but you think of this imaginary line coming over here, so you've got a lot of area that you can spread it out so that it's laying flat. And you're going to draw your shape in, as I said, 1/4 inch, just kind of sitting where it's sitting on the body. When it gets to the shoulder seam, it's where it's touching. And then coming down the front, you can do almost any shape that you want. Coming from here, your center front, so you can determine what that shape of the collar is. You want it to do 70s, you can do big collar, so whatever you want it to be. You could round the corner so it's a variation of a Peter Pan collar. And then you're ready to take them. And I didn't. First time this turn, that's happened. And it always happens on the collar if I don't do it immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Draw your neck in immediately before you do the rest of it. If you don't, if you'll do what I just did and not do it. And forget. So, beginning of it is just the same, but if you notice, I have the neck of my collar